I walked in and found my wife kneeling in front of our daughter's fiancé. The silence hit harder than any scream. I stepped into that hotel suite hours before the ceremony, the day my daughter was supposed to begin her new life. My wife was meant to be helping her dress. Instead, I opened the door and saw her on her knees, lips on the man who was supposed to marry our child. I didn't shout. I didn't move. I just stood there, letting the image burn into my mind. They never noticed me, too lost in their betrayal. My pulse stayed steady, my hands calm. I reached into my pocket, pulled out my phone, and hit FaceTime. My daughter answered, but the sound didn't come from my speaker. It came from the shadows. She was already there, pale, phone in hand. She looked at me and whispered, "Dad, you need to know something." I had given my wife 24 years. She was my anchor, the one I thought unshakable. We built a life, raised a daughter, weathered storms. I thought she was my home. And my daughter, she was the one light that never dimmed. I believed she chose a man worthy of her strength. I welcomed him. I was proud, until I saw what they had hidden. Two truths hit me that moment. 1. My wife was unfaithful. 2. My daughter had known. She had followed trails, late-night calls, hidden chats, locked screens, but had no proof. Not until we stood together watching the undeniable. Pain struck, but pain became focus. Not rage, not chaos. Precision. Revenge. That night, I collected everything. Quiet recordings, screens cloned, messages archived, photos, transfers, proof stacked neatly in digital folders labeled insurance. I smiled in public, moved like a ghost in private. I hired lawyers, shifted accounts, prepared divorce papers she never saw coming. My daughter stayed beside me, angry, hurt, but loyal. Together we waited. The wedding was postponed. Unforeseen circumstances, we told guests. No one knew the real storm. My wife cooked, laughed, tried to kiss me goodnight. I gave her nothing but polite silence. She mistook it for forgiveness. That was her fatal mistake. 2 months later, at a family dinner, I stood at the head of the table. She and her lover sat smug, thinking the past was buried. I raised my glass and said, "Tonight, I want to celebrate truth." Then I mirrored the hotel suite. One click, and the screen lit up. The video played, my wife on her knees, his hands in her hair. My daughter's whisper, "Dad, you need to know something." Gasps. Chairs scraped. His mother struck him across the face. My wife's color drained as her world collapsed. I spoke only once. "This is who they are. I'm done pretending." The fallout was brutal. Engagement broken. His family cut him off. Business partners pulled out. My wife begged, subbed, but the divorce was already in motion. Assets secured, house protected, savings locked. She walked away with nothing but shame. I walked away whole. Not a victim, but a man who reclaimed control. Betrayal is the blade you never see coming. Revenge is guiding that blade back to its source. My wife lost everything. My daughter was spared. And I kept my dignity. Justice wasn't loud. It was patient, silent, until it struck. "You need to know something," my daughter whispered that night. "Now everyone does."